Hello, good night. Saint Vincent and the Grenadines. How the English arrived in Saint Vincent and the Grenadines in 1635. A group of African slave survivors of the ships were of two Spanish ships arrived in Saint Vincent and became the first North American group to settle off the island. The blood carriers of Garifons and the descendants of the union between blacks carried Wirral became different from the original group, exclusively Caribs of Yellow Carib, and these peoples were noted for their fierce resistance against the European colonizers, mainly the English, for their desire to settle there. Saint Vincent became the epicenter of the Anglo-French disputes, as had happened with other Caribbean islands. In 1763, the English finally emerged victorious, and the Treaty of Paris consolidated dominion over Saint Vincent and the Grenadines. Between 1772 and 1773, however, new conflicts arose which became known as the First Carib War and forced the English to retreat. A few years later, in 1779, with the help of the natives, the French once again attacked and occupied Saint Vincent. In 1783, the Treaty of Versailles, the great English definitive possession, was the territories. In 1795, the Second Carib War broke out, which seriously challenged British rule. After bloody battles in June 1796, the Caribs were forced to get off the fight. About 5,000 natives surrendered during the negotiation process. At first, they were held in terrible conditions to the island of Baliceus, where almost the tenacity of ingenious resistance made St. Vincent the last Caribbean island to be dominated for Europeans. The official language is English, since after being colonized by English communities, they taught them to speak this language. They also kept a bit of their native language, which is Byzantine Creole. This English-based Creole is also composed of French, Spanish, and Portuguese, and, and has been influenced by language of the Garifuna and the West Africans who came to the Caribbean as slaves. Characteristic of English, according to Paula Prescott, in the bird language is used in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. More specifically, they suggested that a large number of them speak of American language, and relatively small proportion of English speakers were intact. As to English, the supposed taste language was limited to favoriting emergence of new Creole variety of English, just as Bisquan pushed the notion of approximation and imperfect acquisition started to slay accurate the new language varied incomplete or imperfect due to the lack of immediate or direct access on language varieties spoke by European states and the accurate approximation of the approximations. One further be proposing the idea that for creolization to be possible, speakers of African substrate had to constitute at least 80% of the population. In the first quarter century after the founding of the colony, Have established wanted 80% tertial figures as the artist. In the case of Suriname, reached be single. Official language. Saint Vincent and the Grenadines has English as its official language. This is also maintenance in the areas of education and government affairs. According to the Constitution of Saint Vincent and the Grenadines of 1979, it establishes that its official language is English, which is part of the British Commonwealth of Nations and its form of government is parliamentary democracy and has a constitutional monarchy regime. Is the head of the state the British monarch and the country is represented by a governor, governor general. Conclusion. San Vincent and the Grenadines, a nation with a long history of colonization, has had several changes in its native language over the years. A first native language trailed from parents to children was not more than Byzantine Creole. After the English arrived with their language and changed into English, into a new direction. The Creole was transformed and converted into a total different language, which was Byzantine Creole. Is the English language, but also has a bit of its own language. English. English was established as the official language of the nation, which had a predominant impact on society and culture. Despite, despite the implement of English, the residents of Saint Vincent and the Grenadines maintained their linguistic identity intact. Over time, a unique variant of Creole English emerged, which fuses the proprietors of British English with components of African, French, and Spanish language. Good night. Thank you for listening.